Today we're doing some surveying for the build site of our underground house. First I set a stake out at a reference point that I was able to see on the satellite imagery, and then from there we're measuring out to the corner of the building. And then here we are also marking out the perimeter of the area that we're going to be excavating. And this is all using blueprints that I've sketched out ahead of time. The grade post here serves as a reference point so that even once we excavate the area, we can know where the original terrain was, the original elevation was, and thus where the target elevation is going to be, even once we excavate that area. And to do that using the rotary laser there, which allows me to get very accurate measurements of elevation. Here you can see me thinking way too hard about the measurements because I'm using a simple 2x2 rather than a proper grade rod. From the location up there, which represents the northwest corner of the structure, we're going to be digging down 7 feet. So now you can see me going around and marking the contour of the land 7 feet down. So that's going to mark the area the area to which the excavator is going to go and dig down and create a flat pad for us to construct the house on. And then after that's done, we'll go and bring that same soil back in and backfill. New day and time to do some digs in preparation for the septic system. Here Jake, my septic guy, is setting up the base station for his surveying equipment, and the pole there references the base and then uses a series of satellites and gyros and all kinds of fancy stuff to get very exact elevations. I think he told me it's accurate within 5/16 of an inch. That's the sort of equipment that a individual can never really justify, but for a business of his, saves quite a bit of time. Yeah, that system ran something like 40 grand for those two, and I'm sure there's some kind of monthly fee, but yeah, not cheap, but again, a good investment for the business. The fella running the excavator is digging down here and digging down until the representative from the county lets them know that they've found some iron deposits, because what they're looking for here is the depth at which they begin to see iron, or they call them redux features or reductions. The reason that we're looking for the iron is that it has something to do with the change from bacteria that consume oxygen up towards the surface down to those that consume iron down below. And I don't fully understand this, but what I do get is that there needs to be a minimum of 3 feet of soil before we find iron deposits or reductions. Another thing that's being inspected is the composition of the soil, which will then tell us what the percolation rates are, which gives us some constraints to work with for the septic field. Lets us know how quickly the fluid from the septic system can be absorbed by the soil in the drain field. Lastly, we go and mark some waypoints and actually walk the path of the driveway, which will help Jake understand the distances and elevations and all the contours of the land. And with his device, it records all of those waypoints so that afterwards he can go back and have all of that information in kind of a journal or a log. That's it for today. I hope you enjoyed it.